Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Friday, December 1st, 2023. Lance Brock here for the Friday episode of Good Morning, Wrestling Fans. On a rainy day here, as I try to fight with the umbrella here. Unfortunately, for some reason it's raining. I don't know why. When it's hard enough to try to talk and hold the umbrella, hold my coffee, all at the same time, so I don't even know why it's raining right now. Stupid rain has to come and mess everything up. So before we get into tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, though, I do want to apologize once again that there was no Anything Goes this week, no new episode. I apologize for that. I just, for some reason, could not think of what to talk about. As of late, I've been wanting to talk about some kind of different Christmas topic or Christmas special each week, but for some reason this week I could not decide what to talk about, and then it ended up getting right to the last minute. So unfortunately I decided to just skip this week's episode and not do one. So hopefully that will not continue to next week. Hopefully 360 Anything Goes will return with a new episode next week. Or at least, let's hope so anyway. But something that is returning this week with a new episode is WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, which will be live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, which is WWE's usual stop in Brooklyn. And we will see the United States champion Logan Paul return to WWE TV this week. And apparently he is looking for his first challenger for that United States Championship. Also, we will hear from the Viper Randy Orton, and I guess that he will be hunting down the Bloodline. Also, Damage Control will be in action after suffering that defeat in War Games at the Survivor Series. So that is what we have in store for Rampage tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. And tonight I definitely do hope, I'll just say that, hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic available tonight. Like I said, I hope to have one. And tonight's Rampage will be live from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And tonight, Danhausen will return to the ring for action as he will team up with Hook, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, or he will team with Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, and Hook to take on Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, and the Dark Order. That's an interesting 8-man tag right there. And we will also hear from Ric Flair and the Don Callis family regarding their actions on Dynamite last Wednesday. I'm sure most people know what that is about by now, because I'm sure that it has been all over the internet by now, probably. And we will also see El Hijo del Vikingo, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Commander in a trios match. And Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, and Sky Blue will take on Saraya, Ruby Soho, and Anna Jay. That is tonight's lineup for AEW Rampage. Tonight, live 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT is when all the action goes down. Like I said, I definitely hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic available tonight. And tomorrow, regular schedule, we have AEW Saturday Collision returning to Saturday night. I know last week's took place on a different night and the ratings took a hit. Today on this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, I just wanted to talk about a podcast that I was listening to before I left the house, actually. And today is December 1st. And that is actually a famous date in pro wrestling history. December 1st, 2006, to be exact. And the reason that date is so, I guess you could say, infamous in pro wrestling history, because it is probably what most people would probably describe as one of the worst WWE produced pay-per-views or premium live events now that they've ever produced of all time. And that event is ECW's December to Mismember, featuring the Elimination Chamber, the Extreme Elimination Chamber, as they called it, as the main event on that show, which this event led to the exit from WWE of Paul Heyman, and it would be a departure that would last many years before we finally saw him return to the company. That episode of Rewind Away is available on the Post Wrestling Cafe. But I believe only $6 gets you in the door. So if you can, check that out. If you're into hearing reviews of bad pro wrestling shows, like I said, it's probably right up there with Heroes of Wrestling as probably one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time. And that is it for this Friday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Hope everyone has been having a great Friday morning. Once again, I apologize for not having the usual Anything Goes episode up and talking Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor. But I definitely hope to have that next week. So stay tuned. And hope to be live tonight to talk all about Rampage and Collision. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.